Hi Jenny, so I've looked over your first lesson plan and here's some feedback for you. Um, I think your lesson plans are very well done. They're well thought through. They're very detailed. I think that you're doing a really nice job at thinking about who your students are and what they need from you. It's apparent to me in the differentiation section and in the transition sections that you're really thinking about how what you say is going to come through to them. And so I like that. I want to see you continue that, okay? On the flip side, I think that you may have reimagined what's possible to achieve with freshmen in 50 minutes. Your lesson plans are so detailed, but they don't have specific time frames written on them, and I think that just based on my experience, and I'll show you some areas of particular concern, I don't think that you can achieve all of this in 50 minutes, okay? Let's dig into some of the details of the lesson plan. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So in your desired results section, you've done a good job at picking evidence outcomes that align well with your lesson plan. And in general, your desired results section is well aligned. Okay, I can see that you're picking up this writing unit after doing your journaling, and so that's really nice to pick up a writing unit after the kids have already done so much thinking and questioning about their particular topic. So cool idea to start with the Will Smith video and have them look at claim data warrant. Because you're just starting writing and this is focused on claim data warrant, I think I would strip everything out of this lesson plan that doesn't have to do with claim data warrant and move it to a second lesson plan. Because that's going to be a relatively new introduction of ideas for students, and introducing one big concept in each class is probably sufficient. So you have them experience here in their hook before you label, which I really like. And then, I think I would, as you move on to the slides on the PowerPoint, I think I would strip out everything about the structure of our argumentative essay and leave that for the next lesson plan, like when you look at maybe even after thesis generation and brainstorming kind of a thing, because otherwise it's too overwhelming for the kids. So you introduce claim data warrant, what is an argumentative essay, and then you skip right down to starting your foldables, differentiating claim from opinion, which I really like because I think, again, that tells me that you've thought about this from the student's point of view and that you understand, where some potential pitfalls are for them and some potential areas of connection for them. And so I really like that, okay? Those slides right there, and then your sentence stems. Again, really good. Tells me that you're thinking about who your students are, okay? So just stick with claim data warrant for this one. Stripping out a few of those PowerPoint slides may be helpful because that way they won't be doing all of their independent work for homework. They'll have a chance to start it in class so that you can work around with them individually. All right. On your second lesson plan, hold on, let me scroll up here. Okay, again, I think you've chosen the right kind of evidence outcome, and I like that. It means that it shows me that you're becoming comfortable working with the standards and looking at them and strategically choosing them. Again, I think your desired results section is well aligned, and what I mean by that is that the evidence outcome, your essential questions, your students will understand and be able to all seem to have a nice synthesis with them so that the students can understand clearly what it is, what concepts you want them working with for the day. Okay. So really cool hook. That's going to take a lot of time in class again. So again, I want to talk to you about the timing of this, all right? Having mock interviews with their homework, super cool idea. That could take you 15-20 minutes right there, and it would come at the sacrifice for generating thesis statements. So start putting the timing in there so that you can start realistically looking at some of those just the logistics, I suppose, of teaching. I love this lesson plan, the thesis generation one in general. You very specifically walk them through what a thesis statement is. You model it with their hook. You transition it well, and then you give them some specific pieces. Like we're going to generate ideas, and out of those ideas you're going to move them into this very scaffolded idea for a thesis statement, and I love that. I think that's very well done. So on your third lesson plan here, I think this one, the timing feels a lot better. Again, nicely aligned in the desired results section. And here, hilarious hook. That was a great commercial. So that's great to get them thinking about ethos, pathos, logos, and then you start. I like that you start them off with what they did in class last time. Here's where you would insert the information about the structure of the essay. That I asked you to maybe potentially even strip out of your first lesson plan. And then, and then just the good old-fashioned idea of using note cards to grab quotes, to grab personal experiences, and giving them time to do those things right there in class when you're with them. So this third lesson plan is fantastic. I don't know that I would change anything in this one. Okay, so this is your fourth lesson plan, where you have the kids writing, working with warrants. And so in this lesson plan too, I'm going to ask you to strip some stuff out and kind of scale it back. In general, what I see in this lesson plan is that you've got the students working outside of their drafts, on the warrant skill, which is good. But you've got them outside of their draft working on the warrant skill for a majority of class via 2 different texts. And I think it might be too much. I think I might want you to choose one or the other. Let me show you. Okay, you hearken them back to the Will Smith video, which likely they'll remember. Good video, memorable guy. And then you say, who's heard of CSI? And you want to walk them through the Hillix plan, okay? Now, Hillix recommends 2, even 3 days for that slip, trip, or fall lesson plan, and you've got it squished into 15 minutes. So I'm not sure that's going to be the best fit here. And then additionally, you move them onto a second unrelated text, use 2 example paragraphs from the Hunger Game. They're going to look at these texts, kind of like analyze them, right, for understanding good warrant. And then they're going to be, I love the discourse markers. By the way, love the discourse markers. They're very well done. But now you have them on to looking at the structure of writing, still inside the Hunger Games paragraphs. And then for the independent practice, now go home and apply everything that we did in class to your own writing. When they didn't spend time thinking about their own writing in class, they spent time looking at the structure of someone else's writing, okay? So these are awesome ideas, but you're throwing too much in one unit, too much in one lesson plan, okay? Shelve some of these ideas for later, like another unit, another lesson plan, something like that, okay? Okay, so your 5th and final lesson plan here, this one's well done. I like it because it's very focused, it's very finite. You tell them that you're going to be looking at the process of organization. You model organization for them and give them a structure to do it, and then you ask them to do it. I like this. It's a 50-minute class. It's one skill. It's one objective. It's modeling that skill and objective and working them towards meeting it. So this lesson plan I would just leave alone. I think it's finite. I think it's well done. Thanks, Jenny.